Okay, so let me go ahead and start sharing inside of our group. Recording has started. Right, because I know people are waiting there. Grab my sound off so it doesn't sound on both ends in the group. A little bit of technology here. How's everyone doing?
Good.
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 Everyone is safe, washing
So
hands. Yeah. All right, and the way I interact with people in the group is I open that video on my phone and I watch their comments in there. Okay, I'm gonna put a title, day 7. And we will focus on what's your self-discipline today, okay? Linda, I know you're just jumping in. This is our day number 7th of the transformation week that we started back on Monday, just for anyone who would like the little jump of the mindset and a healthy lifestyle, fitness. And
definitely, I've been following it every day. I've been getting your emails and
all right.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so we are on Facebook. Awesome. Yes, we are gonna jump. I will be back. I'm back with you on Zoom room, and I'm also watching people's comments here. So we've got 3 or 4. Again, this will be in recording. If somebody jumps in later, they can watch the beginning. Where's the video? Hello, video.
You got this.
Of course, not the first time. Okay, let me double check. It does say on Facebook. Oh yeah, of course, because I'm on my page, not the group. Hello, here we are. Okay. All right, Hillary is watching. That's great. All right, here's Bob. Welcome back.
Hey there.
I'm still putting all the technology pieces.
Good, good. I'm going to mute myself for a moment while I get our folks.
Okay, so I see there are 4 people online as well. All right, so grab something to write with and let's hop in. And I'm gonna copy this link and post it in the comments. Okay, my back is here, Hillary is here. All right, somebody is here for the first time tuning in. All right, well, I am going to post in the comments for everyone our next step as well. Sometimes when I talk, it's hard to type and talk. I like to focus on my people. So we are in the day number 7. I see all of us in 2 places of our transformation week. In the transformation week, we are focusing on building the foundation of your healthy lifestyle, fitness, and mindset. We talked about your why, really discover, diving deep, peeling those layers of your why. We created actually accountability partnership on Monday, and on Tuesday we talked about how to manage yourself, how to manage your stress. We talked about the tools and techniques, and then we worked out together and talked about the benefits of fitness. Hello Olga, hello Lena, thank you for jumping in. And we also talked about self-love. I don't know about you, but this was my very profound conversation, even for my own self. Self-love is really, really, really the depth. And again, it's like those little pieces of foundation that you've got to address from the beginning. We talked about nutrition. You are what you eat. We were discovering why you actually eat. What's behind of your eating? Are you eating for performance? Are you eating for recovery and healing? Or are you eating for self-medication? So this was our conversation on the day number 5, I believe. Yesterday we worked out again, and today we talk about what's your self-discipline. I wonder, when I ask you a question, you probably already have some answers popping in your head. So let's dive into this topic. I actually have a worksheet open in front of me. So if you signed up for email notifications for this program, you received a worksheet of today. If not, if this is your first time, some of you, just work with me on those questions, and all those 7 days of the foundation week will be available for you complimentary once you join the next step of the 6-week masterclass. That's where we will dive into the tools and techniques. Now we know what to do. We will really get into how to do it in the way you will be able to use them for the rest of your life. There will be simple ways, maybe not easy, but you know what you will have to do for your everyday life, from time management, which is managing yourself, to catching your thoughts and know how to act in order to get towards the really goals in life and health that you want for yourself and others. All right, so if you're ready, especially if you're on Facebook Live, go ahead and give me thumbs up. If you have some questions, please do type them in so I can address them. I am paying attention to what we are commenting. If you're on Zoom, go ahead and use chat in our group, and I will be, I'll do my best to monitor 2 conversations. If you're on me on Zoom room, the best way, go ahead and yes, just like all of you are muted, but if I'm asking you a question and I ask you who would like to work with me, feel free to raise your hand or unmute yourself and work with me there. Thanks for your thumbs up. Let's dive in. What's your self-discipline? We talked about all these aspects for the 6 days. And I know that you committed to certain actions for this week. Just from what I already listed just a second ago, go ahead and answer the question either in the chat for yourself, maybe inside, maybe out loud, in the comments. What would you like to celebrate today for really doing a good job? No matter how small or big this acknowledgement is, we want to start by acknowledging yourself for doing a good job. Whatever is there for you, it's a great answer. So what would you like to celebrate today? Acknowledge yourself for. And if you're in the Zoom room, go ahead and unmute and just give me a couple of words. So what would you like to celebrate today? What you committed in on Monday, or maybe you know that you're in the process of your lifestyle and healthy habits. What is that you're doing, no matter how small or big, that you would like to acknowledge yourself for? Hi, Douglas. Thanks for joining. Hillary, I know that you and I committed at some point tracking the food. I would like to acknowledge myself for actually staying with that commitment. I tracked my food for the entire 24 hours. What it created for me is really a conscious awareness. Okay, I consumed on the weekend this amount of calories, but I also know that I worked out hard 2 times. So I actually burned almost as much as I consumed. All right, Linda is saying is eating healthy. I believe that's what I saw. Great. So she's celebrating healthy eating. Amazing. Okay, Donna, I started to exercise. I've started on the exercise program to make sure I get at least 30 minutes to an hour every day. That is amazing. I really acknowledge you for that. Excellent. All right, Hillary, I believe your comment is not clear. Eek, is it for the week? All right, excellent. So go ahead and put in your worksheet, or again, answer for yourself or in the comments what you would like to celebrate today. Next question, which is really also important to be present to. What obstacles or challenges did you have for this week? Or if you joined us just recently, what from the day that you joined us, what obstacles or challenges have you had? Or again, if you just joined us for the first time, what's your general obstacle? Maybe if it's a tiny one, maybe it's a huge one. All right, go ahead and put in the comments. Or if you're on Zoom, feel free to speak out loud or put on chat. I realize sometimes when you go live, it takes about 10-15 seconds. The time difference, that is interesting. That's something I learned by going live. Don't always expect right away because the timing is off. So what obstacles of challenges? In the comments, for yourself, in the chat. And really be with this answer. And the next question for you is, what do I want to let go of? Or what do I need to let go of? For me personally, it's always there for me. Hillary, tracking food is hard when one is cooking from scratch. So tracking yesterday fell flat. Okay, so this is an obstacle or a challenge, is tracking food. Yes, yeah. For me, I'd like to let go of being perfect. Folks, being a coach, trying to be a great example. It's almost like in your mind, you have to be perfect. I'm letting go of being perfect. We're all human beings, and that's what makes us human. Trial and error and creating the guidance, how to, so I can live.
I'm listening though.
Bob?
So on that last one, I guess my commitment was to stick with my priorities for the week, and I did an uncommonly good job for me, which I was happy about. Worthy of celebration. And the second one is sorting out my priorities and being sure I do the most important, because my world is so complex with so many different things. Being able to actually sort through the things and focus on the most important. And the third one is I'm working on letting go of inner judgment and staying right in the moment.
Very nice. Very good. So let me see if I can get a speaker view. All right. Thank you for your answers. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I saw it in the chat as well. Okay. Thank you. And when you finish speaking, go ahead and mute yourself as well. This will help the clarity. Very good. So the next question is, based on what we have covered so far in this week, or what you just heard from me, if you're just joining, what would be, and I'm just asking you for 1 to 2 actions that you're taking on as your new way of lifestyle, as your new, let's say, habits. What are 1 or 2 actions? I definitely not taking actions on the track and the meal, but based on the track and meal, my action would be, if I know I'm going to have a freedom meal, some people call it cheat meal, I'm going to really work it out, which means exercise. So the amount of calories coming in, the amount of calories plus coming out. So this will be my way of being, really being conscious of that aspect. How about everyone who is here? So what would be your action 1 or 2 that you will take on as your new habit or your new lifestyle? Something that you can commit to. And that's why I always emphasize, let's start with something you really can commit to, which means even if it's just small minimum, just 1. It might be enough for a week or 2, and then we can introduce a new habit. That's how the 6-week masterclass is built as well. All right, I am looking for your comments. Sometimes they do come, as I mentioned, a little later. In the Zoom, if it's in the chat, it comes right away. So hopefully I will be able to see. So do a live every day from Bob of the week at 8:30 a.m. from my fan page. Yes, and I believe you're focusing there on healthy lifestyle and sharing your life as well and helping others. Okay, Donna, I just started meditation again and plan to do more journaling. Great. All right. Okay, I'm letting go. All right, very good. Now, Zoom is faster than Facebook. Not a competition. All right. Next question, again, if you're with your worksheet, it's the question on the systems for the self-discipline. Okay, Mayback is saying, Mayback, let me know if I'm actually saying your name right. Every time I see your name, I'm never sure. Mayback is saying a good diary. You say yes, thank you very much. Good diary with the lessened activities. It's good to track calories in versus calories out. All right, yes, creates that awareness. Thank you very much for your comment. So let's talk about self-discipline. This conversation is very important at the end of our transformation week, because really what self-discipline, maybe as negative it may occur to some of you, it's how do we create the consistency? So in other words, will be, what is the system I can create for being consistent? So it's self-discipline, however you want to call it, different variations of it. There are 3 aspects here. If you receive an email, they're covered in the email. You know, it's interesting. This morning, my daughter comes into the room. She also signed up for the transformation week. Mom, I'm so busy, I'm not watching the videos, but I read every email. So she got that in the email. Again, some of us do like to read, and really I print them out, and I work with this concepts by just reading them as well. So 3 aspects of creating that consistency / self-discipline. What do you create within in your inside intuitive world? How do you create your environment? We talked about, you love this word when I say it, right? Environment. I know it's the accent there, but that's why you're listening to me sometimes. What do you create in your environment with anchors? Anchors is something physical in your environment that reminds you every day of your goal and why you want to be consistent. For example, something in the refrigerator. Usually it's a picture or a body scan of where you are and where you want to be. So next time you want to open that refrigerator, the picture reminds you, hello, here's your goal. And the 3rd aspect of the consistency / self-discipline is, what community are you creating around yourself? Just like, again, opening this layers of how am I creating my own self-discipline within environment community. Okay, let's dive into it. Again, you have this in your email if you want to save it for your records. Within, and this is a portion of more me teaching you this tool. Whatever resonates with you is for you. Write down in your notes, write down in the comments in the chat. Not everything resonates with everyone. We agree on that? Folks, how you start your morning is how you live your day, is how you live your life. If you want to be the boss of your life and have the goals and accomplishments that you want, you gotta be the boss of your morning. We really talk a lot about our mornings on Tuesday when we talked about stress management. Isn't it connected? We really dive into every single aspect in our 6-week masterclass. Transformational. Given overall, what we talked about the morning is really from the moment you open your eyes, what do you say to yourself? Do you have a vision board? Is there a book you read? Is there a journal you write? Do you actually plan your day? Do you actually complete your day? Do you drink enough water, which you start your morning with 20 ounces of water? Do you self-care? Do you give that self the love in the self-care variation that your body needs? And if you do, you're the boss of your morning. And if you don't, this is something to start with. Start with your morning step by step. Okay, can't talk about enough. 6 weeks, that's where we really dive in. Hi, Oksana, thanks for joining. She's another taker of our 6-week masterclass. All right. And I was going to show you an example of my planner. My planner is very thorough by Brendon Burchard. He really, his approach really taught me, okay, how do you set intention? Again, being a boss of setting intention, what you want to accomplish, and how you live your day with intention. So second aspect is your environment. Is this anchors. And we talked about the anchors in the day number 1, giving you reference if you want to look back and really go through the work together with the recordings that we have done. I will provide all of them for you if you're joining the 6-week masterclass, or this program, the Transformation Week, will be available as an automated via email program, and you can look at it as well. So anchors is really something that helps you follow through when nobody's watching, where it's just you and sometimes you, when you forget about your commitment because that ice cream is very tempting and you feel tired and exhausted, and really the ice cream sometimes seems to be the only one way you can help yourself relax. And your anchor will be right there, jumping into your mind through your eyes, reminding you, oh yeah, we talked about that. That's what I committed to. This is my reminder, got it. And through the work, folks, it does take time. It's not a magic bullet. Self-discipline, consistency takes time. And then it becomes simple, maybe not easy, but simple. You will know what to do when you see that picture. You will just know how to, as one of my clients saying, I just put my body to bed. You'll just go and put your body to bed without a struggle. All right, so what is in your, I think I actually didn't ask you the questions in terms of if you would like to comment in the chat, in the comments, what is in your self-driven discipline that you are creating as your system? So again, we're talking about the system. Look at it as the system of your day. So what is within self? Being the boss of your morning, and for me, everything I listed is I practice it every day. Like brushing my teeth. Think about brushing your teeth. You not always want to do it, but you're doing it anyway because you know you want to keep your teeth. It's that self-discipline. So what is it that you're doing? Let me see if I can see the chat. Okay, so learn to have better self-esteem by helping others and trusting others. All right, learning to have a better self-esteem. How does it look like? So what does better self-esteem mean, Linda, just to kind of look into what is better self-esteem is for you?
Better self-esteem that looks like to me is being happier with yourself when you're helping others, because you get a lot of negativity sometimes when you're trying to help others and they're not really in the mood to receive it. But then you know that once you can get past that, you feel so much better when they actually take the help.
Yeah, beautiful. It's a very deep conversation, but yes, okay. Go ahead and write it down, by the way. All your answers, make sure you write them down. And Bob is saying, I'm working on refining my morning routine to really stick with a very specific structure. This action after that. Okay, yeah, being very effective in your actions. Very good. So the next question is those anchors is your environment. So what are those anchors that you're creating for yourself? You know, due to the time, I will move on. I know each aspect again is a very deep conversation. We just covering the basic foundation here, but do work with those answers. Do work with those questions because they're really, that's how you start. Can't jump into one area without really focusing on the basics, okay, of each one of them. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. You're on day number 7 of the transformation week. Work with us. So number 3 is community. What structures of your community are you surrounding yourself? Again, let's peel those layers of community. What about your loved ones? What about your family? Your outside family that doesn't live in your immediate household? How about your neighborhood, schools, work, church, any kind of communities, nonprofits that you're involved with, your friends? Are those the people who actually support you, uplift you? They know your goals? Have you noticed how rarely we share our goals? Even sometimes with our people who live in our household, they might not even know. Here's my goal. Here's how I'm reaching my goal. Those are the steps. Speaking of self-discipline and structure, are they supporting you? Is there accountability? Have you found your accountability partner? Accountability partners from Monday, give me thumbs up. I know you've been talking with each other. And I want to acknowledge you for doing such an amazing job, having everyday conversation. This is your community that supports our Friends and Health is community. Our upcoming 6-week masterclass is community. Besides having your daily tips, they're shorter tips, not the ones that you're receiving from this week. Sometimes they're 90 seconds long or 30 seconds. And then every week we will have our community group check-in, okay? So overall, summarizing, what system are you putting in place to support your journey? From self, being the boss of your morning, to creating the environment, to having a supportive community that supports you and you support them. But that's not all of it. It seems like, okay, this might work, but life is life. Next question. What may stop you or slow you down from following through? Folks, there will be obstacles. What are the obstacles that may slow you down from following through to what you set yourself up doing? I've been talking a lot since we're not going anywhere. Speaking virtually sometimes is more intense. Got to get my green tea in. What may slow you down or stop you? Go ahead and give me quick comments or in the chat. All right, actually speaking of community, Linda says she has 5 community groups, definitely support each other. All right. Bob was saying, I have set up my living space, focusing on identifying my anchors. My 3 major levels of communities: family, Shaklee group, and town community and sustainable living coalition. Yes. Dorian, your accountability partners have 2 excellent check-ins. Awesome. Major obstacle is just my intention to stick with my commitments to myself. I often actually hear, what's the major obstacle? Nothing really, myself. So what is it in yourself that is an obstacle? Is it distractions? Is it, what is it? Saying yes when sometimes it's appropriate for yourself to say maybe later. Remember we talked about that this week? Many distractions and obstacles is to focus more. Family issue slows you down. Okay, so family. Reflection to something else can really slow down. So yeah, it's distraction. Reflecting, redirecting to something else is distracting. Yes, multiple priorities, folks. Thank you for all the comments. Yes, which seems like more important. You noticing how sometimes we put importance to something or someone else more than starting with ourselves? This is the whole point of what we're doing here. The transformation week, the 6-week masterclass is, how do I start with myself? How do I keep with prioritizing myself in the realm of busy life and still doing my life? But when I start with myself and I know how to maintain myself, remember we talked about like vehicle to deliver us, we're going to go. You want to keep maintenance regularly, and then you can actually get to where you want to go faster, more effective, less distracted with less stress, or you know what to do when it gets on the way. Who got that? I'm getting passionate about the subject. What accountability do you need? That's your next question. Accountability I need is, go ahead and say out loud, speak it out loud in terms of in the comments, in the chat. What accountability do you need? I didn't mean out loud, on mute. I think all of you, 2 groups doing really great commenting. So what accountability do you need? Creating self-discipline is creating accountability. You think about accountability from others, but think about actually accountability. Maybe it can be from the point my cell phone that has alarm clock is also accountability. And maybe I can ask my friend to check on me at 5 p.m. on Wednesday to make sure I remember there's a live check-in with my group before we start the 6-week masterclass, because I kind of committed, but I may forget. And besides, I know sometimes I'm more accountable to somebody else than myself. So what accountability do you need? Self-accountability. All right. What does that self-accountability look like, Oksana? So when you say I need self-accountability, give me 3 things. What are they? Alarm clock, planner, so I can plan my day, preparing my meals, so when I'm starving, I've got a meal prepared. Okay, off the topic. Celery sticks is always there for me. If you know me really well, I eat a celery stick when I'm stressed because I know I'm giving my body something good, and it's a good quick snack. It's my whole self-accountability. But I also use my groups. I use groups for self-accountability all over my place, because that's who I am. I need to communicate. I need to verbalize. I need to speak. Re-inspired, motivated. I create those environments for myself. Donna, I volunteer to be your accountability partner. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Bob, you're saying it to Donna, I think, because you posted it for everyone. So I got confused. Okay. All right. Very good. Donna is saying, need to have someone to check in with me. Oksana is saying, I need some sort of visual and writing it down. Perfect. Folks, everything you say is accountability partnership, is visual, writing down, that self-accountability and the community, and actually sticking with it, what you plan to do, is our 6-week masterclass. 6-week masterclass is, imagine you just learned what to do, and in 6-week masterclass, we will be picking it all up, breaking into the details, and knowing how to do it. We really will dive into how to manage yourself by your self-care. All these topics that we talked about in this week, we will really break them down. And your self-accountability will be very clear what it looks like for you. That's why we are doing it on our own. Every day you will receive a tip to take on. And because we need accountability in the community, we will have our weekly check-ins as a group. So having a structured program is even better, Oksana saying. It is a structured program, folks. It's not something like make you feel good. If you're not ready to change breathing, you're looking for something to change you, it's not for you. if you're ready to take it in and start change within yourself, I actually call it transformation, but change is easier to understand. This is for you. If this is actually resonates, oh my gosh, I really need to start with myself. This program, the 6-week program, is diving deep in what we talked about in this week. It's breaking down into the structure guidelines. So at the end of these 6 weeks, I think number one, I mentioned to Donna just a couple of minutes on the call, the number one, you will be able to really rule your day by ruling your morning. You will have your tools how to, as soon as you even close your eyes at night, you will know what and how to do. As soon as you open your eyes, you'll have a structure. Through your day, you will have a structure. And if something just distracts you in your own mind, or all these distractions, I guess we call them, or sabotages outside, you will be able to catch them easily, and you will know what to do to change it. It's amazing. Who is for that? Who hears that it resonates with you? I'm really curious, how does it land on you? And if you feel, I really know I need that, like my inside is telling me, yes, but what is that but? Is that but something, what if I don't want to start something different? What if I don't like the process? What if I don't like what's going to be at the end? What if other people is not going to support me? It's that fear of losing something. Is it fear of getting through the process of it? Is it fear of how the end result look like? And if it's that fear that you actually catch in yourself, that's an answer, yes, this program is for you. So if you really can't wait to start, me too. I'm only opening the beta group right now. It's 10 people. So far, we're focusing on 10 people. Usually it's $695. That will be the end price of the program. But because we want to start, we want to go right now. It's the first time for our accountability group of this format, only $180. The website is already active. I posted it right when we started the conversation. It's nadiataj.com/masterclass with no spaces, masterclass. And it's right there. Go ahead and put yourself in. 180, we start in the week. Why in the week? Because we know so much we have learned, and if you go back to the transformation week and revisit, it will be really beneficial, so you can get into those techniques and tools. You don't have to. If you haven't done the transformation week and you would like to have an access, when you join to 6-week masterclass, you will have actually complimentary access to everything we have covered this week, and you can do it as well on your own. Don is saying you don't receive that. Let me know what you don't receive. What are you referring to? Don is saying yes. All right. I posted the link, and let me see. I posted it on the Facebook. So let me go and post it in the chat as well. Sometimes I don't type because it takes seconds that you're all looking at me typing, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Here's my mind. Masterclass link. So yes, I just sent it to you. I believe I spelled it correctly. All right, Bob, welcome. Just registered. Okay. Let me know if you have any issues. It's a freshly made new page. If you notice any bugs in there, let me know. But so far it's working smoothly. And as soon as you register, you will receive a welcome email, and we will dive in. I'll just throw in, we're going to have a check-in in the middle of the next week as well, and see how we're doing, if you have any questions or you need some coaching. By the way, in this 6 weeks masterclass, when you feel stuck, you will have an opportunity to connect with me for one-on-one coaching and get unstuck. Who likes that? All right, folks, and thank you so much for joining today. We had an amazing time in the Transformation Week. We talked on all these foundational techniques of how to really take, sometimes I call them baby steps, and create that structure and guideline of a healthy lifestyle, healthy mindset, healthy fitness. And I really appreciate all of you being here and taking this challenge with me. If you know someone you really want to help them get started, feel free to send them the link to the Transformation Week. It's also on nadiataj.com website. Right now, it's on the very front page. You will see it right there, the Transformation Week. Send it to them, and I believe by Monday, the email campaign will be active. Whoever joins from Monday, they will be able to do it on their own virtually as a virtual email campaign. So really amazing free benefit. And if you can't wait to get started, join our beta group and let's do it together for the 6-week masterclass where we will dive into everything we learned and get those tools that you can use for the rest of your life and really handling how to lead your life. Give me high five before we go. So what is the main appreciation from this conversation? Oksana is looking forward to the masterclass program. Me too. All right. Anybody else before we leave? I know sometimes the time is off, but thank you so much. If you have any more questions, if you need one-on-one conversation, you know how to find me. Send me a personal message, email, and we can have a chat one-on-one. Very much looking forward to masterclass, Bob. All right. All right, folks, I will see you in the community. Expect a thank you email from me for joining our Transformation Week inside Friends and Health Facebook group. By the way, it is open to public, to everyone right now. That's where we focus on just inspiration and motivation to help each other in our own wellness journey. So feel free to invite anyone you know who needs that help. See you soon and love each other, yourself, and stay healthy.